Hey everybody, this is Coach Noah from the Nutrition with Noah show, and I wish you a very happy new year, a very sweet new year. Lashana Tova, Tiki Tevu to all my Jewish brothers and sisters around the world who are watching this, and for those of you who are not members of our tribe, I invite you to join us in celebrating the new year, in creating the new year, using this time, this week that we use to uh, create our new year, to celebrate our new year, to join in that spirit of new beginnings. And I dedicate this show to my family and to my community with whom I shared the very, very special Rosh Hashanah dinner feast tonight. And as I went through my New Year's Day, the first day of this wonderful new year, I listened to an audio um, by a gentleman named Vic. He's a speaker from the Empower Network and part of a leadership training and development program that I'm participating in that inspired me to create the Nutrition with Noah show and this video blog in the first place. And every week there's a new seminar, there's an audio series that the Empower Network puts out. And Vic was talking about the importance of reading, and this year being focused on reading. And he was talking about some of the most important books that he's read. And I started to share The Science of Getting Rich with you in the last episode. And I read you the chapter about gratitude. My intention for this year is to have a breakthrough in creating gratitude and love in my life and in the lives of many, many thousands and thousands of people around the world. And to see that being grateful and loving can improve our health and our happiness and our quality of life. And today I pray for peace. There is a lot of change going on in the world, and being grateful and creating peace, creating joy, creating love are some of the most important things that we could do for our community. Tonight, as we shared the Rosh Hashanah dinner and the feast, we all prayed together for that kind of peace in the world, that kind of gratitude, that kind of love. And I wanted to share that with you, and I also wanted to share with you this little green book that Vic was talking about on the Inner Circle audio at the Empower Network. And he was talking about this little green book published by his mentor, Bob Proctor, The Science of Getting Rich. So yes, we started this when I started reading about gratitude, but I thought The Science of Getting Rich is a book of many principles that help you live a more rich and prosperous life. I thought, what a great way to start the new year. And Wallace D. Wattles also wrote a book called The Science of Being Well. So I thought, in the spirit of reading, in the spirit of gratitude, in the spirit of health, let's start reading these books together. So I'm going to begin with the introduction to this little green book. And so sit back and relax and enjoy the beginning of The Science of Getting Rich. This is a special introduction called The Little Green Book. Lloyd Conant would gently raise his hand in the air and leave it suspended in space. His head would tilt slightly back, and the look in his eyes would have you thinking that he was staring right through the roof at some magnificent image high in the sky. With a slight smile on his face, he would speak in a quiet but confident tone, and before you knew it, your mind was traveling with his. Lloyd called what he was doing Imagineering, and whomever was present would be going on a journey of the mind to be or do whatever Lloyd chose. It was always a soul-awakening trip with Lloyd Conant at the helm. He sure knew how to take the lid off your mind. One evening in 1969, Harold Gash from Little Rock, Arkansas, and I were guests at Lloyd's home. He was taking us on one of those wild and wonderful trips. We were sitting in his kitchen after dinner. The three of us were busy building castles in space. Reflecting back, On that evening many years ago, I realized how much Lloyd was enjoying himself. There he was in his kitchen, inspiring two of his top lieutenants, explaining how we were going to put Earl Nightingale's motivational, educational recordings in every home in the world. Lloyd Conant believed everyone had infinite potential, and we were going to make them aware of this beautiful truth. Harold and I both believed every word Lloyd said, and we were ready to do whatever he asked of us. I might add that everyone who worked with Lloyd Conant would have nothing but good things to say about him. Lloyd was a beautiful human being who dedicated his life to making the world a better place for everyone. I always felt that Earl Nightingale was fortunate to have Lloyd Conant as a business partner. It was on that evening in 1969 when Lloyd told Harold and me about a little green book. The Little Green Book. That entire evening is so fresh in my mind, I can still hear Lloyd's voice. He began to speak very softly, and it was obvious that as he spoke, he was traveling into the past in his mind. He explained how many years before he had been given this little green book. You could feel Lloyd's energy changed as he held the image of that little green book in his mind. He told Harold and me that he stayed home all weekend reading and rereading its contents, and how he was absolutely fascinated with the way the author shared such profound wisdom. Then, on Monday morning, he decided he would build a world-class corporation. Anyone who knows of the Nightingale Conant Corporation is aware that Lloyd Conant did exactly what he said after studying the contents of the Little Green Book. To me, the Nightingale Conant Corporation today stands as a monument to Lloyd Conant's dream, to his vision, and to his understanding of the Little Green Book. Throughout Lloyd's conversation, I was bursting with curiosity to know the title of the Little Green Book, and even more so, what was written in this magical text. I am sure you must be as well. You are holding the Little Green Book in your hands. It was Wallace D. Wattles' masterpiece, The Science of Getting Rich. Lloyd gave both of us a copy, but I later found out that Harold Gash had owned a copy for some time and was already successfully applying Wattles' philosophy. At the time Lloyd gave me this book, I had been a serious student of human potential for close to 10 years. I had been studying Earl Nightingale's material since shortly after he began recording his philosophy. I have been fortunate, very fortunate, in having many great mentors, teachers in my life. Lloyd Conant and Earl Nightingale were two of them. The Little Green Book, however, moved me into an entirely different dimension of thought and ultimately a much deeper understanding of the truth. The contents of this book have served as the foundation for every personal development program I have written for the past quarter century. Books have the power to change a person's life. This Little Green Book had quite a profound effect on Lloyd Conant's life, as it has on mine. Through serious study of its content, this book will most certainly improve the quality of your life. Wallace D. Wattles directs the reader in the introduction to follow his introduction to the letter, to follow his instruction to the letter without question. I was not able to do that. As I have already mentioned, I had been seriously seeking answers to some very heavy questions for almost 10 years prior to Mr. Wattles entering my life. The Science of Getting Rich answered many questions which had been running around my mind. However, it also raised many other powerful questions which required answers. I learned many years ago that every question brings with it the answer. You cannot have one without the other any more than you can have an up without a down or a hot without a cold. There is a law of polarity in the universe which decrees everything has an opposite. Thus, question, answer. My years of research, coupled with the rich experience I have gained from my work, has cast a bright light on many of the answers I have been seeking. I have written a number of very powerful seminars, and I have taught these seminars worldwide, from Asia to America. My seminars have assisted companies to increase their business by hundreds of millions of dollars each year. The ideas and exercises in these recorded and live seminars have directed many thousands of individuals to lead richer, brighter lives. This valuable information has enabled me to mentor educators, psychiatrists, medical doctors, senior executives from multinational corporations, as well as students and salespeople. Without exception, every one of these individuals can see and enjoy a brighter future because of their new awareness. Realizing the impact information of this nature can have on a person's life has caused me to be totally committed to teaching these concepts for the rest of my stay on our tiny planet. A few months ago, while I was talking with Gina Robichard, a very valuable business associate of mine for over 10 years, I made a big decision. Gina and I were discussing this book and how it actually represented the foundation of all my seminars. We decided that I would write a foreword to the Little Green Book, and the two of us would publish it. Then, a few days later, I made another decision. Along with the release of this book, I would prepare a complete seminar on the science of getting rich. Of all the work I have done in this field over the past 25 to 30 years, I believe this to be my most important by far. This book will certainly awaken something in you that will change your life. If you want to accelerate your progress, make a quick start. The recorded Science of Getting Rich seminar, complete with the Income Acceleration Guide, is now available. As you read this book, make up your mind that you will revisit each page frequently until your personal financial goals are realized. Refuse to let your present results influence your thinking. Keep reminding yourself that you have a power within you that is superior to any condition or circumstance you may encounter en route to your goal. It is my sincere hope that you find in this little green book what I have been enjoying for many wonderful years. Bob Proctor. And in the next episode, we'll get to the introduction of this little green book, The Science of Getting Rich. If you would like your own copy, you can download it at my friend Rebecca Fine's website, www.scienceofgettingrich.net. Again, I want you to go download this book so you can read it alongside of me, www.scienceofgettingrich.net. And as you reflect on your health, your nutrition, your happiness, your love, your gratitude, and all these wonderful principles, what is it that you would like to create a breakthrough in for yourself in this new year? Let me know. Share that in the comments on Facebook, wherever you can share, and please pass on this video to others you love and other people you're grateful for. Have a very happy new year. We'll talk to you tomorrow on the Nutrition with Noah show. Have a great day.